Welcome back to Axis Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and today I'll be doing a walkthrough and review of Ixion Saga Dimension Transfer episode 23. Now, if you remember from last episode, yes, it was a filler, and it was about Pharasian, and I could care less. It really wasn't my cup of tea, if that makes any sense. Now, again, it was about Pharasian and how he joined Incognito. However, back in the day, Incognito used to be called the Detective Bureau, and in this little flashback of Pharasian, he depicts himself as someone else, and I thought that was kind of hilarious. Now, I also thought this was well worth mentioning. Now, technically, Dukakis ran the Detective Bureau. However, Pharasian was the one that renamed the Detective Bureau. Yeah, Incognito. I did not know that, but again, that's where the episode ends. And I'll have my final thought and rating at the end of the clip. So stay tuned, but let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with Cone, and he's flipping out over the Death Omen Star. Really? The Death Omen Star? Where are you pulling these names out? It's not out of a hat. It's definitely not out of your ass. Is it out of thin air? It looks it, but I'm just putting that out there. But moving on past that, yes, Cone does snap out of it, and he gears up to start a war. Come on, Cone, starting a war? Okay, maybe. I mean, he did start his own religious faction, technically. Starting a war doesn't seem that confusing, but again, that's where we open up with. Moving on past that, we are taken to a different scene with Cone and the rest of the group, and they're fired upon on the battlefield by a random army which we know nothing about, and I thought that was well worth mentioning. However, Mirandle's brother, Mirandle has an older brother, and he appears on the battlefield. I'm like, okay, that's not a coincidence. Remember, when something like that happens randomly in Ixion Saga, it comes in a set of 3. Remember that, set of 3. So anyways, we see Mirandle's brother on the battlefield, and he's on the opposite side. Come on, it's not coincidence. It happened for a reason. And again, this was while they were under attack. Now we are taken to a different scene with Cone. Now, he's coming up with an interesting plan. Now, he wants to go tell Nabokov to stop the war and that they were all screwed by the Olga sorority. You know how the Olga sorority basically screwed with Jungle Burke and setting a little nose hair on him? I definitely thought that was funny. And Cone's plan sounds not original. I mean, come on, you're just going to knock on someone's door and say, stop the war. You know, if it's Olga sorority, come on, they're not going to listen. They're fighting because you pissed them off. Plain and simple, you were set up. But anyways, moving on past that, it kind of went sour, at least Cone's plan in general, and Jungle Burke's forces, along with the anti-Empire forces from the surrounding areas, they fuck his plan up so bad that he can't really even attempt to do it a second time, let alone a first time. So we're taking to a different scene with Mirandle. Mirandle's throwing us with just a little information about her older brother. Now apparently Mirandle's older brother, which we don't know his name, he's part of a mercenary group that works for the Jungle Burke. So, wait a minute, Mirandle's brother is a mercenary who works for Jungle Burke. Oh, come on. That coincidence? No, come on, we're past that. Now we are taken to a WTF scene with E. Carlet, because now we are back on the same battlefield yet again with E. Carlet this time. And guess what? She runs into her big brother. Okay, that's set 2. I told you, things come in sets of 3 with this little series. But anyways, yeah, E. Carlet runs into her big brother, and he appears. Now, apparently, he figures this is a great chance to annex the Jungle Burke territorium. However, Cone and everyone else retreat. Yeah, good call. It's because of Pet. Pet's like, retreat! That's the only time we actually get to see Pet talk in this, well, one of the times we get to see Pet talk within this episode, and his best phrase was, retreat? Hey, I like it. Anyways, we are taken to a different scene, and they're being attacked again. Apparently, they want to attack the Archbishop this time, because, you know, it's like, let's cut the bullshit. We failed twice. A third time's definitely a charm, so Cone's group starts to attack, the Archbishop. And apparently, the cult's forces, there's a cult, and the cult forces, they block them. I'm like, that's 3. Come on, that's a third army there. Well, okay, so whose brother are we going to see now? Yeah, Sanglion's big brother appears. And then Pet calls for another retreat. I'm like, we don't know Sanglion's brother's name, let alone, we can assume he's part of the cult faction. And I thought, come on. When are all these brothers going to go together and just attack their siblings instead of just pairing off into single groups? You know, it just does not make any sense in my opinion. But again, we do see Sanglion's brother. However, Pet's like, retreat, fuck this, we're done. Like, perfect, right? Moving on past that, yes, Cone is pissed. He's like, you know what, fuck this. We gave this the old college try, and guess what? It's not fucking working, so screw it. Thank you. He read my mind. Anyways, we're taking to a different scene. Now everyone is done. They're like, you know what, fuck it, we're done. Yeah, so they're depressed and they want to give up in general. And Kone's telling them, no, we need to hang in there. We got to rescue. Well, not like a rescue plan, but you know, we got to bandage stuff up. We got to fix things here, fix things now. I'm like, you keep telling yourself that. You know, wish upon a star. Hopefully, you know, your wish will come true. If not, you're fucked. And if it does happen, well, you're fucked, but at least you have a wish going. But sorry, I'm going on with a random rant there. But anyways, Kone is trying to assess the situation and fix everything because, you know, Icarlet, Sanglion, and Mirandel, they're all looking depressed. Is it because of their brothers being on the field of battle outdoing them? I mean, you're Hyperions, you motherfuckers. Where's that raw power? I haven't seen it, but, you know, Icarlet, Mirandel, and Sanglion, they lose it in the heat of the moment. But anyways, we are taken to a different scene with the Olga sorority, and just a little light information is being tossed at us yet again. Anyways, the Olga sorority is supporting the Empire as well as the anti-Empire forces, and I'm like, so the Archbishop is basically playing both hands. He's controlling the anti-Empire, well, the, you know, the anti-forces as well as, you know, Jungle Berg. So he's playing everyone's fucking hand. This is the Archbishop. God, I gotta see, where does this guy get his strategies from? Because you know what? It's gonna blow up in his face, and when he does, we've got front row, so I can't wait to see it. But anyways, he's being informed that, you know, Kone and, you know, Kone, Icarlet, and everyone else are trying to sabotage him, so he basically sends in the Obrions, which are the man-made Hyperions. So he's finally thinking things out smartly. However, we are taken to a difference with Kone, and he wants to stop the war in general with methods that are not clean, so he wants to cheat. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's Kone. Kone wants to cheat. And what's stopping him from not cheating? Dukakis is now on your side, technically, so why weren't you cheating to begin with? Kone, come on. Don't fuck with us. I don't like it that way. Just give it to us nice and raw, and yeah, I just went there, I'm sorry, but you know where I'm going with that. But anyways, yeah, Kone, he wants to cheat, and God bless the kid. I can't wait to see it. Now, Kone, he's now got bad luck. I don't know how to explain this. He kind of touched crap, dog crap more or less, or some type of crap, poop. It's being referred to as poop in the subtitle. And apparently, when he's leaving, because he's just like walking out, you know, he sees a black cat. He's like, oh, that's bad luck. And Sanglion, everyone else was like, no, a black cat's good luck, you know. And then he like stepped in crap, more or less. And he's like, that's the baddest sin ever. You are bad luck. We've got to fix this. There's a ritual. I'm like, huh? So shit is bad luck, but a black cat is good luck. Well, this world is fucking twisted. I don't care who you are. It's twisted. Now, then again, Kone, he gets dog poop on his hand before the battle. I just wanted to say it yet again. He was all suited up, ready to go, and he gets poop on him. And it's considered a bad omen. Like I said, bad luck. Because I'm saying this the second time, of course, in case you didn't catch it the first time. It's considered a bad omen to have poop on you. You know, you step in poop. Poop. Okay, that's funny. Can I say it one more time? Dramatic effect, or whatever kind of effect. Poop. God, I just love subtitles when they're so wrong. But anyways, how about them apples, Kone? He stepped in shit. Oh, sorry, poop. Man, it's gonna be a long night for this kid. But anyways, they have this huge ritual. Apparently, the poop's on the ground. It's like they have a ritual for the poop. I'm like, come on, you got a fucking ritual for everything. If I scratch my ass, you're gonna have a ritual for that? Probably. I don't want to know. No, seriously, I don't want to know. But anyways, now it's a double bad luck. Now he has poop on him yet again. And yeah, we're on a roll here. That's all I got to say about that. Now we are taking to a different scene with Sanglion, and he basically is explaining to Kone to get rid of this shit or poop, which is the bad omen. Kone needs to wash his hands with pure water. Pure water from a pure maiden. And so we're taking to a different scene with Sanglion, and he points out a maiden must pour this water. So Mirandel pours some water on, you know, Kone, and Kone's like, you're not a maiden, you're a guy. And then like, oh man, you just went there. Mirandel goes berserk. What do you mean I'm not a woman? Dude, you got a schlong, man. You know, you got a tallywhacker. You're a dude. Don't fuck with us, please. Mirandel, you're cute to an extent, but you know you're a guy, so you don't count as a maiden. So moving on past that, guess what? It's not technically where we're at. Icarlet's good enough, right? We got Icarlet. She counts, but she's a divorcee. Yeah, so we see a drill fall from the sky after they have this whole little conversation about who's going to be the maiden, and a random drill. It looks like a sword, but it's a drill bit. Falls from the sky. Really? The sky's not falling, but drill bits? Drill bits, really? Fuck that. So we're taking to a different scene with Cone, and he's kind of in poisonous spider bite. Like I don't know how to explain it, but you know, he's bitten by something that's poisonous, like a poisonous spider. And I'm like, really? Now that's fucking bad luck. And he's not really feeling good or anything like that. And then we see Alvidia in the air. And like, it gets horrible, and then he passes out. So the shit wasn't enough, but now, you know, being bit by a poisonous spider, oh, that definitely tops it. So we're taking to a different scene with Dukakis, and he wants to speak with the Archbishop. But however, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I know it's been a while since we've seen Dukakis actually talk to his boss, which is the Archbishop from the Oga sorority. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to talk to the Archbishop. However, the Archbishop tells Dukakis in general to stand down. And, you know, Varasian basically, he appears out of nowhere, and he also explains, yeah, you know, the Archbishop, he has man-made Hyperions. Yeah, they're called Olbreons. And I'm like, okay. So now Dukakis knows what's really going on, and it's took about 2 of the 4. I don't know how to explain this, but before Varasian, you know, came back to tell Dukakis everything, he took out 2 of the 4 Olbreons. Now I have no idea how many Olbreons are total. We've seen 4. At least I'm correct, there was 4. Varasian took out 2 of the 4, and he was still able to tell Dukakis, yeah, the Archbishop, he's using these man-made Hyperions, which are Olbreons, to replace us. That's why the Archbishop has us under house arrest, because he doesn't need us anymore. And again, now Dukakis is now up to date on where we're at, and that he's been replaced by these Olbreons. So in some weird way, you've been fucked. Now apparently the Archbishop is gathering all of his minions and armies and whatnot at the Saracenarium. I can't even say it, but it starts with an S. It's like Sarisarinama. I believe that's how you spell it. And again, that's where the Archbishop is going to have all his armies head toward. So at least Dukakis knows a little bit more than most people. And yet they're still hiding something. You know, the Archbishop is still hiding something, but we don't know what. That's been what's pointed out. Now we are taking to a little cutscene. My favorite scene in this episode, KT. She finally explains to everyone that she is a woman. Yes, the truth shall set you free. Yeah, I said that. But anyways, KT has told Dukakis, yes, I'm a woman. And Dukakis was like, shit, all that time we were taking a bath together in locker rooms. He's blushing. You know he loved it. He's like, shit, that means I was cheating on my fiance. Oh, yeah. Oh, now you think about that. Now we are taking to a different scene with Cone, and he's thinking of Elma Flora. And it's kind of funny, and this little dream turns out to be a nightmare, and then she actually is healing him. So when he wakes up, he finds out Elma Flora, she appeared out of nowhere to heal Cone's spider poison wound or whatever. Like, that was kind of interesting, but you know, this bad omen still remains, but she's playing it down like, I got rid of the bad omen, you're good. But E-Carlet and everyone else are now fools like, why are you letting him have this bad omen? It's gonna give us bad fucking luck. Yeah, better not tell him. It probably will work in his favor, and I love that. Now we are taking to a different scene with Cone, and he mentions going back to Medica. Who the fuck is Medica in the real world? Is that your girlfriend, mom? We don't really know, but again, that's where the episode ends. As for my final thoughts, okay, well, first of all, Cone, who is Medica? We really don't know. Moving on past that, Dukakis, are you going to head off the Archbishop to try to attack him, infiltrate him? What are you going to do? Apparently, the Archbishop still thinks you're on his side, so that's working for you. And moving on past that, what about E-Carlet and everyone else's big brother? How do they play into this? There's 3 of them. Do we get to see them again? We really don't know. But again, that ends it for my final thoughts. As for my rating, 4 out of 5. Was the drama and romance there? No drama. Fuck that. There was no romance. As for drama, yeah, seeing E-Carlet's brother and everyone else's brother, that was kind of the drama. As well as, you know, Cone telling Mirandel, you're not a woman, a real woman, so you're not a maiden, and having her flip out, or him flip out, so it's kind of funny. Fight scenes, not really. I mean, we did see a lot of armies go back and forth, but, you know, it was kind of tiring. But again, final rating, 4 out of 5. And that ends it for my walkthrough review of Ixion Saga Dimension Transfer episode 23. But definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. But again, let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know things that happen in the next episode that's coming out. But again, guys, that ends it for now, and I gotta hit the bricks, and I gotta go. Before I go, I gotta say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.